The following clip is presented to you by The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, available every Friday wherever you get your podcasts and at extremehardy.com. I guess I want to ask you, because you've been through that cycle, what does that do for morale amongst talent when stuff like that happens?
It's just really tough. I think it makes people question, like, am I next? And it makes them walk on eggshells, and it makes them very worried and anxious about what the future may hold, even for them. It's just tough, especially when you see those mascots, especially when you have someone like a Dolph Ziggler, who you think as long as he is around and healthy, he's going to have a job and be employed because he's been very loyal and very faithful to WWE. And if he can get it, then anybody can get it, more or less. So yeah, it makes everyone anxious, and it always has at WWE, especially when those big Black Friday cuts would come. Everybody's like, Jesus, I hope I don't get the call today.
Yeah, it sucks all around. But, the beauty is the indie scene and the wrestling scene as a whole is so strong right now that if any of these talent want to continue in the industry, there are going to be a plethora of opportunities. And your pal Matt Cardona really went out of his way on social media today, and he said, look, anyone who got released today, here's what you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many opportunities out there to make real money. You're going to have to bust your ass. You're going to have to grind. It's going to be difficult. But if you want it, it is out there for the taking. I mean, I'd assume you agree with that mentality. What would you have 100%. To say to anyone in that
100%. I mean, and he is the perfect living, breathing example of it. A guy who, when he was laid off, this stuff he's done now where he's the indie god and he won all the titles, and he's just killing it on every level. And once again, he is willing to bust his ass. He's willing to put in the work and put in the sacrifice and do it yourself. And you really have to be someone that's almost like a DIY guy to really be able to go out and do that. But it is out there if you want it, especially if you got great name value, someone like a Dolph Ziggler or someone like a Shelton Benjamin, or, someone like, Mustafa Ali. There's a lot of guys who've had a lot of great TV time, and people will pay to see them. You go out and you bust your ass and you can do whatever. And I think also it opens up some possibilities at AEW for some of these guys, maybe to show up and do something there in 90 days.
Let me ask you that. Who would you see fitting into the equation well there?
I could see the three names I just mentioned, the three aforementioned names, Shelton Benjamin. I could see Dolph Ziggler. I could see Mustafa Ali. I could see all those guys doing something there.